Sawadika, thank you for joining us for the midday edition of NBT World Brief right here on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Nawarat Wong Arya. Distinguished guests and people across the nation have continued to pay respects to Her Majesty the late Queen SIRIKIT, the Queen Mother, in front of her portrait, expressing deep gratitude for her boundless grace and lifelong dedication to the nation. The Bureau of the Royal Household has arranged a venue at the Grand Palace for the public to pay respects to Her Majesty the late Queen SIRIKIT, the Queen Mother, in front of her portrait, and to sign the official book of condolence in remembrance of her benevolence. At the 904 Royal Agency building, members of the diplomatic corps and representatives of various organizations signed messages of condolence, including the Sheikh al-Islam office, the Embassy of the Czech Republic, the Embassy of Kosovo, the honorary consulates of Monaco and Estonia, the Asian Development Bank, or ADB, and the Office of UN for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, or OCHA. At the Sala Sahat Thai Samakom Hall, senior officials, representatives of public and private organizations, and the general public paid respects and signed condolence books. Participants included the Women's Professional Association, the Royal Thai Army Region 1, the Naval Wives Association, King Prachatipok's Institute, MCOT, and Thai Beverage PLC. The Bureau of the Royal Household allows the public to pay respects daily from 8:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. until November 8th, and from November 9th onward at the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall. Complimentary services, including drinking water, wheelchairs, medical units, and royal volunteers, are also provided for visitors. At the 36th APEC ministerial meeting, members agreed to the severity of cybercrime. Thailand plans to push for an international meeting to urgently address the issue. Minister of Foreign Affairs Sihasak Puangketgao stated that cybercrime was widely discussed at the 36th APEC ministerial meeting and is a key issue for Thailand, following up from the ASEAN summit in Malaysia. Many countries are affected and serious action is required. Thailand has taken a leading role as an information exchange hub and is promoting stronger cooperation through international meetings, both within and beyond the region. He added that Thailand will expand this initiative into formal proposals and organize meetings. Feedback from APEC ministers was positive, with all countries recognizing the urgency. Bilateral talks with Australia's foreign minister showed interest in participating, indicating that while Thailand initiates, multiple countries could co-host. Regarding this year's APEC, hosted by South Korea, with a focus on the creative culture industry, Sihasak noted that Thailand's creative economy policies align closely, including film, arts, and fashion. The challenge remains how startups and young innovators can turn creative ideas into commercially viable products for the global market. The Ministry of Finance reported that spending under the KHRUENG Plus co-payment scheme exceeded 3 billion baht in the first 2 days. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has instructed all provincial offices Government spokesperson Siripong Angka Sakunkiep revealed that Prime Minister and Interior Minister Anutin Chanvirakul encouraged hesitant vendors to join the program, assuring them that no sales data will be reported to the Revenue Department and warning against misinformation, and registration remains open until December 19th. Provincial and district offices are also tasked with inviting local vendors and OTOP entrepreneurs to join, expanding product distribution and stimulating local economies through weekly OTOP markets. Weekly progress reports on program promotion will be submitted every Friday starting November 7th. As of yesterday, the top 10 provinces for KHRUENG Plus spending were Bangkok, Chonburi, Nakhon Ratchasima, Samut Prakan, Pathum Thani, นนทบุรี สงขลา นครศรีธรรมราช เชียงใหม่ and ขอนแก่น. Spending totally over 2 days reached over 3.1 billion baht, with 1.5 billion baht from consumers and 1.6 billion baht co-paid by the government. About 728,100 vendors have registered for the program. The Ministry of Finance has taken action against 7 more vendors who committed fraud by exchanging KHRUENG Plus co-payment benefits for cash. Director of the Fiscal Policy Office and spokesperson for the Ministry of Finance, Viset Suwarnaphoom, said that the ministry has now suspended the rights of 7 additional vendors following 3 earlier cases by using enhanced data analysis systems to detect suspicious or abnormal transactions. The ministry is also working closely with police nationwide to investigate and prosecute all offenders. He confirmed that the number of violating vendors or consumers remains small and stressed that stricter monitoring will continue to address the issue. Meanwhile, the Fiscal Policy Office has revised Thailand's 2025 GDP growth forecast upward from 2.2% up to 2.4%, supported by government economic stimulus measures, including KHRUENG Plus, welfare card top-ups, accelerated government budget disbursements, tourism tax incentives, and hotel renovation programs. Strong exports, particularly to the U.S. and China, have also contributed to growth. The office expects 33.5 million foreign tourists in 2025, with overall inflation at negative 0.2% due to declining energy costs, and noted that there are no signs of deflation. As for 2026, GDP growth is forecast at 2%, which is slightly slower due to U.S. export tariffs, but supported by tourism recovery, rising private consumption, and expanding public investment. And that will wrap up the midday edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. For more stories, you can simply scan the QR code on the screen to access our full coverage on all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Nawarat Wong Araya. Swadee ka.